Finally.
No kidding.
So you know it's a bad day when you're getting ready to go live and everything locks up and then Windows decides to do an update.
Not just an update, a 12-minute update.
12 minutes. That's the longest update on the planet ever. I mean, 12 minutes isn't very long, but in the grand scheme of things, I was freaking out. So
Probably feels longer because we're sitting here going, oh, they're waiting.
yeah.
But
Hello, Disney friends. Welcome to WDW Parkhoppers Live. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. The actual Parkhopper Sid is joining me tonight. Hey, honey.
Hi, baby. Yes, it's 2 Parkhoppers for the price of 1.
Dose for the price of 1. I'm so glad that you are able to join me tonight. I just thought it'd be fun. I would love for her to be a part of the show. She does live a busy lifestyle.
I do. Well, and normally I'm on dog wrangling patrol if I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hear barking, there is no one to shush them tonight.
There is not. But we've got a great show. We're going to talk about some Disney news and rumors. We're going to talk about D23 Expo. It's just in 3 days.
Yeah.
Friday. We're also going to be talking about some changes coming to a classic Disney attraction, as well as a rumored attraction that is coming that one website is saying is confirmed. Lots of other websites are saying this is unsubstantiated yet. And then we're going to give our movie review for Sarah's Pimpin' It Hardcore, Spider-Man Homecoming.
And this is an old shirt. I'm a fan from way back when, so.
She's OG. She's an OG Spider-Man fan. She's got the whole thing down. Thing.
But wait, did you just call me old?
No.
Oh,
OG.
we'll talk about that off camera.
OG. Original gangster.
Oh yeah, I'm not from Atlanta originally, so sorry.
That
You all Southside, I'm all like, you know.
So anyway, we're glad that you guys are here. If you'd like to know a little bit more about us, you can find us on WDWParkhoppers.com. You can also find us online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at WDW Parkhoppers. With an S at the end of it. There is another site that...
we don't talk about the other
site. I should have bought that.
There's more than one of us?
Yes.
Parkhoppers.
Yeah, there's those Parkhoppers. Started with 4, now it's down to 2. So if you have questions while we're doing this live show, you can certainly ask it in the comment section below. We'll see it. We'll try to get to it as much as we can. So that's... I forgot. Oh, and I don't think I have...
What?
I don't think I have it here.
What is it?
No, I got it. Here it is. The show's sponsor.
Oh!
The show is sponsored by our good friend... Oh, wait. I wrote this. The Disney Bucket List. If you don't have a copy of the Disney Bucket List, get a copy today. You can find it on Amazon. No, it's not part of Amazon Prime Day. But you can get a copy of the Disney Bucket List at WDWParkhoppers.com. I can sign it, get that in the mail to you. Or you can buy it on Amazon unsigned. That's your call. It's a great book.
If you buy it unsigned and then you find us in the parks or in a meetup, please feel free, bring it with you. He will absolutely sign it. I have Sharpies in my purse.
Absolutely. So with all that, let's go ahead and get into it. On Friday,
yes,
D23 Expo is going to open up.
Yay!
3 days of... Go ahead.
I'm theming, so D23.
Woo! Yeah, okay. It's 3 days of crazy Disney chaos. It's everything under the Walt Disney Company umbrella. So you have not only Lucasfilm, you also have Marvel, obviously Disney Animation, Disney Live Action. Then you also have their, I forgot what they call it, the merchandising unit. All of
they have an entire expo hall of, people come in and they bring their own collections or they bring their pin collections, and you have Disney legends or Disney stars that have been there, and they will be there and sign autographs and take pictures, and sometimes they have merchandise to sell. So it was an amazing event. We went 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We do not get to go this year. Very sad.
No, we chose not to go this year. It's Disney consumer product is what I was thinking of.
And then they also have the shop, which
several shops. Yes.
Our dear friend Tony loves the shop. So Tony, if you're listening, we love you. We know where your wardrobe comes from.
Mark Acosta's in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Mark. And
Hi,
Megan.
Mark.
I don't mean to leave Megan out. I'm sorry, Megan. Mark's here. Thanks, guys, for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and hang out with us. But the Disney Dream Store is coming back. The Mickey's of Glendale is coming back. And the Imagineer... I can't remember what they call it, but I guess that's Mickey's of Glendale. So you've got some great shopping opportunities. If you want to know some of the latest. If you want to know some of the background, you can check out the Disney Parks podcast. We interviewed Jeffrey from D23. But the best thing to do is to check out D23's site and download the mobile app.
Yes.
So
now, if you were going to go to D23 this year,
right,
what would be the one thing that you would want to see, and what would be the one tip that you would give someone that they're going?
I always want to see the live action panel. Yeah. I always want to see the movies coming out. Although the Legends thing is pretty good. And this year's going to be really interesting because they're honoring Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher from Star Wars. So that's going to be, so that would probably be, the live action thing is probably what I really want to see. My tip is take someone with you who could stand in line for you.
Oh yes, because 4 years ago that was me.
No, my real legitimate tip is
3 hours. Stood in line for 3 hours, and they decided they didn't want to go.
Be prepared to wait. Now, I do know for a fact that Disney is upping their game a little bit, and they're including some monitors throughout the waiting queues, so they'll keep your attention a little bit longer. But be prepared to wait. It's not the type of event where you're going to just show up and just like, hey, we're going to go into the arena. No, you're going to stand in line for a long time. So if you've ever been to a Comic-Con or a MegaCon, it's very similar to that. So be prepared to wait. So what's your must-do event, and what's your tip?
Okay, so my must-dos are sort of torn. The one thing that is not an actual event there, I really look forward to seeing all of the cosplaying and the costumes, and people dress up. The whole D23 darlings come out, and they have all of their dresses and their different outfits. And there was one set of costumes I saw, so if you see this and you're those people, please let us know, that it was Moana and Tafiti, and they just looked absolutely amazing. They were showing costumes online the other day, so I would love to see them in person. As far as what I've seen on the schedule, and there's always things that pop up, and I know I haven't seen everything, there is one panel that is the Women of Disney Animation, and so this is back when they were the ink and paint department, because they wouldn't actually let the women draw, and they wouldn't let them do things like that, but they were part of that. So that is how women broke into Disney Studios, and just hearing their stories and knowing that was where they started. I would love to go and hear that panel and talk to some of those women.
Yeah.
Now my tip would be, be prepared for those lines. Be prepared for the waiting. Take food with you. You can't take it inside, but sometimes you're in those lines for 2 or 3 hours. Definitely take snacks with you. They have amazing food trucks outside. They have great options for you and different vendors set up, but it's always good to take something that you need. Plan for comfortable shoes, and definitely take your phone charger with you. And not just your phone charger, if you have a battery backup, and also if you have a little power strip. I have one I carry, it's about this long, it has 4 plugs in it. Great option to have, because outlets are a very high priced commodity. And if you can unplug one person and plug them into your power strip, and you can plug in and 2 other people can, you're a hero.
Yeah.
Also works well on New Year's Eve at any Disney park. So.
Yeah, and just be patient. The funniest thing was, I'm sure, like in the consumer products areas, they normally have a lot of the Disney animators, not animators. They have a lot of the house artists who do a lot of the the packaging drawings and the artwork for the consumer products division. But they're also amazing artists, and they'll do hand drawing stuff there. And those lines can get pretty long, and the lines can get pretty grumpy, especially towards late in the day. So just be patient, and just remember, there's a lot of people that are churning through there. D23 has made it very accessible to everybody, which is not necessarily a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing, because they're cramming a lot of people in a very small space. So make sure you have a game plan going in, and we hope you guys have an amazing time. I'm really holding out hope that they announce that they're going to live stream some of the bigger things, because I will literally sit all day and watch those panels. Best memory? What was your best memory from when we went last time?
Well, I wanted to tap on one thing you just said. So we're talking about the large crowds and everything. For one of our listeners, Mark, think the lines to get into the corrals at the marathon. That's what it feels like.
Right.
It's just all of these people headed in the same direction. You feel like cattle.
Yep.
So my best memory. My best memory was actually, I had two that always stand out to me, and I had stood in line for John and our friend Tony so that they could go to an event, and they actually got pulled away, both of them by work, and they couldn't go to something. Well, it meant that I missed getting into the event that I wanted to go to, which was to see the live cooking demonstration by Joey Fatone for a new show that he was doing at that time. Well, a little bit later in the day, John and I actually we happened into a line that was the line for the meet and greet of Joey Fatone. So I was very excited about that. I escorted Bob Gurr to his booth. Disney had given him an escort, and the escort had no idea where they were going. But
Bob had a late night.
Oh.
Just saying. He probably had one or two Gertinis. My favorite memory outside of...
Do you remember the girl with the dog? We sat in a line for 2 hours with a girl with a beautiful, big, white, fluffy therapy dog.
Oh, yeah.
And so on that one, you'll never know who you're going to meet. Definitely talk to the people in front of you in line, behind you in line. Be nice to everybody. We actually made some friends in line.
Yeah,
and they're still friends of ours today. So I'm sorry,
yeah.
baby. What is your best memory?
There's twofold. One of them is because the year that we went, it was a Richard Sherman Alan Menken concert.
Yes.
So if you're going this year, make that a priority to see the Alan Menken show. It's totally worth it. And then, not that I'm a big fan of the song now because it got way overkill, but back in the day, before this little movie called
Chilling or Cooling or
Frozen.
Frozen, that's it. Yeah, Frozen. Have you heard of it?
Idina Menzel, a Bobwe Weesey, whatever John Travolta said at the Academy Awards, was there, and she sang the song "Let It Go," and no one had heard it. No one had heard the song, and I just remember her grabbing the microphone when she hit the bridge, getting ready to hit that note, and I mean, I literally goosebumps. We were both crying. Snow was coming down. It was awesome. So that's kind of my memory. You're going to have a lot of those memories, but have a great time. Send us some pictures. Let us know if you go and you're interested to come on. We'll talk about it next week. I'd love to have you on the show.
That would be great. Hey, Victoria, have a great... we're so glad to see you tonight. All right, let's see. By the way, I thought I would mention... Aw, she said we're cute.
We are cute.
Hold on one second.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Great.
What? Now I see.
I'm glad I don't do that with my other podcast partner.
Your other podcast wife.
Tony would punch me. All right, so let's move forward. So news hit this week, a couple of days ago, and WDW News Today, I think, was the first site, and they said it was confirmed. And I'm doing some research where Harley says hello. I've done a lot of research where it's not yet confirmed. It will probably be confirmed or not confirmed at the expo. But if you've ever seen the video from the TRON Lightcycle Run at Shanghai Disney, the rumor is that Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom is going to be doing away with the Tomorrowland Speedway and putting in the TRON Lightcycle Run. So you're going to have two killer roller coasters right next to each other, and we're going to get the TRON ride over at the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you feel about getting rid of the Tomorrowland Speedway? Have you ever ridden the Tomorrowland
Speedway?
Have you?
Yeah, you totally kicked my butt. I don't know why you don't remember it.
I've never ridden the Speedway.
Yeah. I'm sure it was you.
Other
husband.
Yeah.
Also did it with my nieces when they came down one year. So yes, go around. It's always kind of sad to see something that is, a staple. It's something you're used to seeing. It's sad to see something go. But the one rumor I did hear about the TRON cycle is it will be similar to and correct me if I'm wrong, it will be similar to the bikes that you sit on in Pandora Land, Pandoraville, you
Pandora,
know what I mean.
The World of
kidding.
Avatar. Yeah.
And that it would be similar to that, which my first concern with that is I went to see that as a pass holder preview with a couple of people, and then we met more. A couple of people that could not ride it because they had not quite figured out how to fit their legs. Nothing to do with the rest of them.
Right.
Couldn't fit their legs into the supports So they escorted over half my party out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was bittersweet. I enjoyed it very much, but at the same time, I knew that the people I loved were not there. So I'm hoping that they kind of work that out by then, maybe make some adjustments. Your calves should not keep you from riding a virtual reality ride at a theme park.
And for the roller coaster, basically you're sitting on a light cycle, so you're leaning forward and you're holding the handlebars, and the back protector comes up. Now it does shift a little bit if you've seen it in the video, but it does come up and hold you down, and then they do have the two shin guards that come up behind you. It's basically a bar that comes up and holds your shins on, so you cannot leave. What I'm really hoping is what will be different about this ride as to the Flight of the Banshee is it's going to have space, I hope, for your feet. The Banshee ride doesn't have that. You're basically just putting your feet in a box. And if your feet hit the back of the box and you can't bend them enough to where the bar can come in, then you don't ride it. So all that being said, hey, Jamie, good to see you, buddy. All that being said, that's the practical aspect of it. I'm very excited about the possibility of us getting the ride.
Yes.
I've been very excited about this. I thought Tron would probably be better in the revamped version of Future World over at Epcot. But we are getting a Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. That's unconfirmed, but confirmed. I'm just saying. So I'm very excited about it. I hope that comes true. Bob Chapek from Walt Disney World is going to be doing his, from Parks and Resorts. Sorry, not Walt Disney World.
Parks and Resorts?
No. It's Disney Parks and Resorts. It's
okay.
all of them. Bob Chapek is going to be there, and he's going to be doing a presentation. That's the second most excited presentation for me. So he'll let us know. At D23, yeah. Okay. So he'll let us know. There's going to be some amazing things coming. Yes. Knock on wood. So that's that. And because we didn't have a show last week because of the holiday, there was another piece of news that came out.
Is it news? Is it controversy? You start talking.
Controversy.
I've got little props over here.
And it came out on the D23 blog. And a lot of people don't think it's actually going to happen. But, once Disney announces it and then puts out artwork, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that Pirates of the Caribbean and Disneyland in Anaheim and Walt Disney World is about to have... they're going down for refurbishment anyway, but they're going to be doing some updates to a specific scene that we all love because we wants the redhead is about to change. They're going to alter that story because apparently there's a bunch of controversy in the bride auction because it portrays and promotes in a subtle way human trafficking.
You're right there, baby.
Yeah, sorry, the cocktail's coming back to haunt me.
Okay, so we have heard about this. I, as a woman, everyone expects me to say, "Oh, great, this is going away." No, I kind of like it. I think it's funny. I do not think that it's horrible. I don't think it promotes human trafficking. I think we're talking about a history, a historic moment in Disney. Now, at the same time, before anyone starts screaming, yelling, and calling me a horrible whatever, I have read some articles, and one piece stands out to why they're doing this. And I don't think I've even told you this.
You haven't.
That the original story of Pirates of the Caribbean ended with all of the pirates dying. They go through. They're drinking. They're ransacking. They're stealing. They're selling off women, stealing women, starting fires, etc., etc.
Another skullduggery.
Yes. Skullduggery. Nice word, baby.
Thanks, I read.
And then enter Johnny Depp. All the women, your heart swoon? Whew, okay. Johnny Depp comes in, and now there's a totally different ending. So in the ending now, you have a very alive, very happy Johnny Depp sitting on a pile of treasure. And yes, you have some pirates over here off to this side.
Pile of booty.
You're so cute. So you're over here, they're about to burn, and they're trying to steal the keys from the dog. But it becomes more fun. There's a little bit of a little happier ending to it. Well, there was a message in the original ride that all of these things will not lead you to a happy place. They will lead you to the death and destruction, etc. There was a point in showing all of the pirates dying. So they want to take out some of these aspects and make the rest of it a little more fun, a little more lighthearted. I love the idea of a female pirate. There were actually famous female pirates in history.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gina Davis was not one of them.
that is very true. So
do you know what I'm talking about?
yes.
Okay. Sweet.
That's why he married me. So once you get
Bad in your booty.
through all of that, I'm so going to get you for that later. And I'm so sorry to whoever's listening. I'm so sorry. It is an iconic scene, but at the same time, there is change.
Yep.
And if they want to change it, great. I actually run a race every February that we raise money against human trafficking. And there's enough people out there that are sensitive to this. So if that's how they want to look at it, great. If we just want to look at it and Disney is trying to update it and maybe include women in the pirate side, I think that's great too. They could do that without removing the iconic redhead.
Yep.
But we're not going to change Disney's mind. So.
I have a couple things about it. They've already made some subtle changes where once you go past, you do the drop and then you go around the corner and you see the it's no chicken, and then you come around right before the scene where the guy is talking about hiding the map with the key, and then Johnny Depp's in the
barrel
powder keg barrel or whatever. The pirates were originally chasing the women around the compound. Well, they changed it where the women were chasing pirates with brooms. That's a change. I totally understand that. The funniest thing to me is in the artwork that they released on the blog, it showed this female pirate there with a gun. Mm-hmm. And hold that thought, because they talk about the controversy of the scene. I've never heard any controversy about that scene at all. But I'm not Disney. I'm not privy to all the emails and letters and phone calls of people who are complaining about it. Probably, and I'm going to hack off half the country, probably more so on the left coast than here in Walt Disney World.
Well, that's why they're doing the change out there. They have not announced that they're doing this change here yet.
Yeah.
Oh, they okay. We'll see.
It's happened here in both.
This is why he's in charge.
But the thing is they want to change this because it subtly, not promotes, but it subtly, kind of turns a blind eye to human trafficking. But they don't have a problem putting a gun in their hand. The anti-gun people are going to lose their minds.
There is always going to be something that upsets everyone.
Right.
We all know that. And Disney, I think they do a pretty good job of sort of walking that middle ground. And you know what? This is what I've decided. If they're going to make the change, they're going to make the change. And for everyone who says, we still love it, we want the redhead, she's still going to be there, but this time she gets to fight her own battles.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
I'm okay with it. I love the ride. It's probably my second favorite ride in the park. If they take Madame Leota out of the Haunted Mansion, I will riot. But other than that, you can do what you want to.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
So we know you're going to tell us what you think, and we'd love to hear it. We're good both ways. We just ask you to keep it nice.
Yes, keep it family friendly.
Okay.
All right. So the last thing we want to talk about is something that I'm very excited about.
Oh, in case you missed it, it's my little pirate.
Arg.
Okay.
On Friday, it opened up at midnight on Thursday. And
What opened up at midnight on Thursday, John?
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
Spider-Man is back officially now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and unbelievable in Captain America: Civil War. Unbelievable.
I thought it was.
Tom Holland was
funny.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Holland was great. But now we get to see a full movie of Tom Holland learning how to become Spider-Man. It was
awesome.
It was totally awesome.
It really was.
It was very well. We'll get to some of the things. It's very much like watching an old John Huston film from the '80s, like Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, set with an overlay of superheroes and supervillains.
The awkward teenager finding their way. Is that what you're going for here?
Yeah, very much so. We
did not practice that.
It felt a lot like that, and I loved it. So one of the cool things that the theater that we were seeing it in, they had two really cool collectibles.
Yes.
And I'm shocked that we got the collectible that we did, because my wife is a huge fan of popcorn buckets.
Yeah.
And had I thought about it at the time, I would say, the glass is great, but we should have gotten a popcorn bucket.
Well, okay. So here's what he's talking about. Here is the glass.
So they're doing a commemorative glass. They only made 2,000
something like that, and it's from, not sure if you can read on the back, Sinanopolis.
Sinopolis is where we get. See, it's a chain of movie theaters down here. So we got the glass, and it was awesome. We need to go back and get the popcorn bucket.
We do. See, I was kind of hoping, I bought him the glass, and I thought maybe he'd figure out a way to buy me the popcorn bucket, but...
Oh, it could still happen. I'm just saying.
Subtlety is not my greatest skill.
Not so much. So we live in a time where we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Spider-Man, 6 now, I'm counting Homecoming, 6 Spider-Man movies. There were 3 Spider-Man with Sam Raimi, and there were 2 Amazing Spider-Man, and that's the one that had Andrew Garfield. Or is it just 1?
Wait, that was 3 and 2 and
5.
I'm
6.
so lost.
Yeah. 5 or 6.
You know what? It doesn't matter, because all Spider-Men that came before, as great as they were, this is a new chapter. No, this is a new book. This is a new book of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Let's go there. All right.
Tobey Maguire, great guy, phenomenal actor, too old for the role. Andrew Garfield, fine actor, a little bit more age appropriate, did a great job. Sony screwed that up royally.
Now Tom Holland. How do you feel about Tom Holland?
Spot friggin' on. What do you think?
I loved it. And honestly, we watched a very short documentary about Tom Holland and what he went through or what he's gone through as an actor as a whole, and why he was so perfect for this role. And there were even things like he came in and, he does gymnastics. He does martial arts. He's a dancer. He's been dancing for years. He's a, ballet, hip hop, jazz. He can do it all. And he came in and just as a joke, he did some backflips or something in his audition. Done. He was cast right there. So it was great. And
the thing about Tom Holland is you have to watch him. He's just charming as hell. And seems to be a great guy, seems to be very authentic, and his head hasn't exploded from all the fame yet.
Yeah.
So he's amazing in the role. The true,
keep talking, I'll read.
In my opinion, the true standout performance in this movie is
Stacy.
Is Batman. I mean, not Batman. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton in this.
Why would you go there?
Michael Keaton in this movie is incredible. He's kind of had a resurgence because he was in Birdman a few years ago, Academy Award worthy performance, and this performance as Toombs. I can't forget it. I can't remember his first name, but he plays the Vulture in this story. Is not only menacing when he needs to be. Charming when he needs to be, but altruistic. You understand why he's doing what he's doing, and you kind of feel kind of bad for him in some ways, but he's just...
Don't give away too much.
He's just amazing. He's another one of those guys that when you put Tom Holland in a scene with Michael Keaton, it's great cinema.
It was.
The scene, there's a scene where... They're in a car. 3 people are in a car.
Yes.
And Tom Holland knows who Michael Keaton is, but Keaton doesn't yet understand who Tom Holland is. And it's like a 7-8 minute scene, and to watch this scene progress, it's not only a great Marvel moment, not only is it a great superhero moment, it's just a good movie moment. And it's chilling once you actually see what's going on. It's just great.
Well, and okay, ladies, let's just face it. Michael Keaton is one of those actors that is just getting better with age. He was fantastic. Me. Oh, absolutely. No, baby. You never had a down moment. You've always been wonderful.
She's lying for the camera. Go ahead.
All right. I'm just going to glare at him. So sorry for everybody that's watching. This is why I'm not allowed on the show, because I'm distracting. So, Michael Keaton, he was absolutely phenomenal. From the first scene that he's in, you can see he's a protector. You can see he has a backbone. You can see that he's strong. At the same time, he's got a heart. He's got all these things going for him. And he, through the course of the movie, he makes some decisions trying to reach an end, trying to do what he thinks is right. And so I'm trying not to give away too much. So if I am, please tell me. But yeah, absolutely amazing. Now, moving on. John? Without giving away anything in the movie, what was your favorite part?
When Spider-Man died. I'm kidding. Outside of the car scene,
I know I married him. I know.
Outside of the car scene, I think the last nanoseconds of the movie were my favorite.
The last 2 words.
Aunt May is played by the incomparable Marissa Tomei, and she
Another person who keeps getting better with age.
That is true. She has the last 2 words in the movie, and they're
Just
the best.
let it go.
It's just the best. But I think, honestly, watching Tom Holland stand up against our Robert Downey Jr., because, you know, when you're in a movie with Iron Man, who basically launched the franchise, and he's got so much gravitas as not only an actor, but that character, either as Tony Stark or as Iron Man, you can get lost in that. And Holland does a great job, and they play off each other really, really well. And I think that they genuinely like each other, and you can see that. They have really good chemistry on screen. So I would probably say watching there's only 3 times that Iron Man involves himself
Okay, you're giving away too much.
No, I don't think so. No, it's all over the internet. So there's only a few times that they interact, and it's really great every time.
I'm one of those people that I refuse to watch any of the previews or the trailers. I'm not going to read anything about it. So if I think he's giving away stuff, that's because I didn't want to know before I walked in the door.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part. Okay, so first of all, one thing I did want to say, there are little shots of different Avengers in there. Beautifully placed, fantastically done. It was a great integration. There was a beautiful background story to how the last movie happened for Tom Holland and for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say, my favorite was Karen. And when you see the movie, have you seen the movie, anyone? Let us know. Loved it. Loved Karen. And then finding out who Karen is and her relationship to the rest of the Marvel Universe.
In real life.
In real life, yes.
Yeah.
But it was
IRL.
still, there's a connection there of the actress that plays Karen. Have you seen? All right, anybody?
yet.
Nobody yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
You know, if you've seen the movie, you know who Karen is. There was just, and I think that was a great. Can I tell them who Karen is? No.
No, we don't want to spoil.
It was a great relationship, and watching that relationship between Karen and Spider-Man develop,
Yeah.
and what it became, and why she was so important to him was great. So
Yeah, and you know, I guess for me, just to kind of put the capper on it, if you haven't figured out that we think it's pretty good, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 good, but it's pretty darn close. For me, personally, you're probably Spider-Man #1, Guardians #2.
Ooh.
You think
See,
about that, I'll finish.
I like Guardians 1 better than Guardians 2.
Yeah, I kind of do too, but anyway.
Lilo and Stitch is always #1.
Not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Don't care.
Okay,
You didn't
fine.
say that.
Yeah. Okay. This is where the comic book nerd in me and just the nerd in her, just we kind of have a little. Anyway, so
Well, and Spider-Man, isn't he technically DC?
not even close.
Oh, see? This is why I don't get invited on. I'm going to go over here now.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Get back over here. I'll say this: every time they do a new superhero movie, and they reboot it, there always seems to be like we have to do an origin story.
Yes.
And I'm sick of Spider-Man origin stories. But the way that they did Spider-Man Homecoming was really truly watching the birth of a superhero. Mm-hmm. And so in a way, they did kind of an origin-esque story, but they did it in not the... We didn't see a spider. We didn't see a spider bite him. We didn't see any of that, but we really saw Peter Parker become Spider-Man in many different levels. Mm-hmm. It's a great movie. It's a long movie. It is a lot longer than I anticipated it being. But
Well, hold on. We have a question. Victoria, we actually DVR Supergirl. So she asked if we'd seen Supergirl. Love it.
Oh,
Watch
yeah.
it all the time. Huge fan. So, yeah, our weeks during, let's see it, Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, Legends.
of tomorrow.
Yes, Legends of Tomorrow, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They all premiere the week of October 9th.
Yeah.
So we will be talking about that again coming the first week of October.
And I'll say this: somebody made a comment earlier that's already scrolled up. If you were to ask me superhero movies that came out in 2017, what your favorite superhero movie was, I would say Wonder Woman. Even more so than Guardians Volume 2. Even more so than Spider-Man, because Wonder Woman just blew my mind, and it set such a high benchmark, not only for the DC movie universe, but it gave, just like Supergirl, it's about time that women have appropriate, awesome, amazing superheroes that don't have to take a backseat to Batman or Superman or anybody. You know, I'm still waiting for the Black Widow movie. That's never going to happen. But we are going to get Captain Marvel, which is Brie Larson. So that's going to be great. So, you know, I married a very strong woman, and I pay attention to those kind of things. Like one of the other podcasts I do, this is not a secret, I do a pro wrestling thing. Mm-hmm. I spend most of my time talking about the women who wrestle because they're much better than they ever were in the past. Mm-hmm. So to see Wonder Woman coming out strong, to see Captain Marvel, I can't wait to see. Black Widow is amazing, but again, she plays second fiddle, and she doesn't need to because she's amazing. So whenever you see like your Supergirls coming across, and the girls in the Arrowverse universe are pretty amazing. So, you know, it's a great time to be a comic book fan. It's a great time to be a Marvel fan and a DC fan, because in a couple of months, Justice League comes out.
Yes.
So, wow, we went down a rabbit trail of that. So, thumbs up for Spider-Man.
2 thumbs up for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man for me gets 2 for thanks. And fun fact, Tom Holland cannot bend his wrist and do the thing. So they just kind of did it as much as he could. They have to, he can't do it. It's one of those weird things. He just can't do it.
Flexible in 27 other ways.
No comment. So anyway, that's it. Any last words about Spider-Man Homecoming?
No, I think, go see it. Definitely enjoy it. If you get a chance to come out to Sinnopolis, and with the movie theater down here in Davenport, definitely take a look. Great big leather seats. Everybody gets 2 armrests, so there's no wrestling for that, so that's a nice thing. They have a bar. They always do fun collectibles like our glass. And yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's it. Thank you guys for taking time out of your busy schedules. Thank you for all the comments. You have questions, keep them in here. We'll check it out. Mark, I absolutely agree. Can't wait for the Defenders. And I completely forgot we watch all of the Marvel on Netflix. So I forgot Jessica Jones. That's Bad John. So,
yes, but what's my favorite?
On there? Daredevil, right?
Absolutely. So,
yeah,
very excited.
Because I had a real hard time. I forced myself to watch.
Just came out?
Iron Fist.
So we have watched. Iron Fist was a little hard to get into.
Yeah,
it took 2, 3, 7 episodes.
Yeah.
But we do. It's awful. We're geeks.
All right.
We order pizza and get the kids on the couch. And
there you go. Well, guys, thanks a lot. Like I said, if you want to find out a little bit more about who we are, you can visit us at WDWParkhoppers.com. Make sure that you go out to either Amazon or click the link over on the website and get a copy of the Disney Bucket List. And I want to tell you, our travel agent friends have partnered with us. We're going to do a really amazing giveaway on the 21st, I think is when it's going to launch. So they reached out and wanted to do something special with our audience here. So I'm going to say this. It's going to be a gift card to a certain place that we all know and love. Okay. And it's going to be in the 3 digits. Yeah. So it's not going to be like a 10, 25, or 50. It's going to be pretty good.
So it's not like 5.00.
Yeah, no, it's 3 digits before the decimal. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. So guys, thanks a lot. And make sure, if for all your Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney parks needs, come visit WDWParkhoppers.com. 4 parks, 1 world.
And everything in between.
All right, you guys have a great night.
Thanks for having me.
I want you back next time.
Oh, he says that now.
I do. I want you back every time. Hey, and Holly just came in.
Hi, Holly.
Man. Dadgummit, you have to go back and watch the replay, Holly. It was a great show. We had pyrotechnics. Sarah did a backflip off the top rope. It was amazing.
I hope that's not when the camera cut out.
I hope
that
not
could be bad.
either. You guys have a great night.
Bye, everyone.